Hi, sunshines. It has been a few weeks. It's been a long time. I don't know. I'm sorry. March really got away from me. So, ooh, let me get comfortable. Sitting sideways on a couch in the back of the yarn shop. You're sitting on top of a refrigerator. So, if there's a weird humming, that's what it is. Hopefully, that's not too distracting. Um, anyway, oh, my nose is itchy. Yeah, March got away from me. So, March is the busiest month as a teacher because there are no planned days off, like no 3-day weekends, no breaks, no nothing. And it's the run up to all of the big tests for the end of the year. So I've been really busy and really tired and not very prolific at knitting or reading. So could I have pretended I had content? Yes. But honestly, I was sleeping. I was sleeping instead. But I'm here now. So let's talk about some things. I've not finished lies. I was going to say I've not finished a single thing this month, but I actually today bound off a project. So this is my only finished object though. So I was making, last time I talked to you, this sock, I imagine, since there's a progress keeper on it. But I have a pair of socks, and this yarn is, I don't know, but I will look it up and tell you. It's from Leon Alexander Yarns, and the tag looks like this. I got this off of the Knit Buffalo truck. I don't think you could see any of that. The colorway is Shark Bait. The collection is Ahoy Matey. Fiber content is 85 superwash merino, 15% nylon. And I knit a pair of vanilla socks with an OMG heel. And this was one of my twinning projects for the ZK knit along. So I'm going to take a picture of this and post it. So far, my only finished object this month. But, and I knit all of my socks unless I specifically say otherwise on US size 0, 2.0 millimeter needles. But I'm hoping to finish this sweater tonight. So this sweater is gorgeous. If I do say so myself, the pattern is Sorrel by Woolen Pine. And which side is the back? That's the back. So here is the front. So it's got this beautiful texture textured yoke. It's gorgeous. I made a mistake in mine. You're supposed to have an even number of repeats of this chart, and I had an odd number, and I didn't notice until I was splitting for the sleeves. And I could have pulled out, but I decided I would just fudge it, and that probably nobody would notice, and if anybody noticed, then whatever, I didn't really care. So yeah, I just went with it, and I put the extra is going to be on the back of my right shoulder. So if you want to see where the extra one is, that's where I put it. I think the extra is actually in the front. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it, but the messed up one is in the back. And I decided to do that because I have a big chest. So I figured it could use just a little more space than the back. Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. So the yarn that I used for this is Black Cat Fibers. This rainbow was a braid of mini skeins, and I used all of them in the sweater. And the sleeves I knit extra long because I like my sleeves extra long. When I'm cold, I want my sleeves to be down here, and if I'm too warm, I can always push them up. It doesn't bother me to have like a whole bunch of stuff bunched up by my elbow if I'm too hot. But for the body, I'm going to have a much smaller section of this gray color. This gray is not from Black Cat Fibers. It is Knit Picks Stroll Tonal. I don't remember the color. And throughout the pattern, you're supposed to hold lace weight with it. So I have Knit Picks lace weight alpaca cloud, which is 100% baby alpaca, and it is the softest ever. I love it. And the colorway is Thomas. It's black. I don't know why it's named Thomas, but it's just black. So I am absolutely in love with this sweater, and I'm super close to finished. I need to do four more rounds. Well, the round that I'm on, and 3 more rounds, and then the ribbing, which is going to be 15 rounds. I think I can get through that 15 rounds and the bind off tonight. I think. Not positive. I really wanted it finished yesterday, but I just didn't get there. So yeah, I'm hoping tonight. I think I can. I guess it depends on how tired I am when I get home from teaching, because I'll be able to work on it while teaching. It's at a really good place for a teaching project because I can pick it up and put it down without thinking about it. It's just stockinette right now. The pattern has you knit it inside out. I turned it back the other way, and once I finished the sleeves, because I worked the sleeves inside out until you get to the cuff, then you turn it right side out and do the cuff. So I have it turned right side out, but I am knitting it. You can see that I'm knitting it on the inside of the needles. Does that make sense? So instead of having where I'm knitting be on the front, like looking at the front, I'm looking at the back. If that doesn't make sense, I can explain it below. But yeah, so this is a really good class project. And even after I get through the stockinette, it's just a 1x1 twisted rib, which I also don't have to look at to do. So that'll be good. Let's see what else I have. I have a pair of mittens that I was working on that I've barely touched. The Wonder Wander mittens. One has started, this one has the first round of the gusset increase, and this one has a few rounds of the gusset increase for the thumb. So I'm not very far, but once I sit down and focus, this project will go really, really quickly. The yarn that I'm using is Cascade 220 Superwash Merino in black, and Fiber Nymph Dye Works worsted. I can't remember what the base is called. Cozy maybe. And she dyed up a set, Lisa of Fiber Nymph dyed up a set of minis for New Year's orders for Peace, Hope, and Happiness, I think. But I can't remember which one is which. I know I mentioned it in the previous episode. So I will try to find the card and put the information in the show notes. I don't know if I can for sure, but if you really want to know which one's which, send me a message or, comment below, and I will see what I can do about finding that information for you. Today's the 29th. I'm pretty sure I said that. And I am really hoping to have this sweater finished tonight, and then have these mittens finished by the 31st, so in 2 days. That should be totally doable, especially once I get past the thumb gusset, because for the thumb gusset, there's an alternate chart that you have to use for, the thumb gusset part and the panel around. It's a paid for pattern, so I can't tell you too much. But once I get past the gusset and I don't have to look I still have to look every row, but I have to look twice for every row right now. Once I get past that, they should fly, because it's worsted weight color work. It should go really quick. I'm using US size 4 needles for that. I don't know what the pattern calls for. The pattern's by Megan Williams, and I really, really like it. It's really well written. I have, and that's also for twinning. So all 3 of these projects I just showed you are for twinning, and then I have one more project for twinning that I haven't started yet, but I plan to cast on tonight during class, maybe, using Lola Bean Yarn Co. in the string bean base, which is 75/25 superwash merino nylon in the colorway Trolla. And I am going to be making a pattern of mine called Rebirth. It's a cowl that has like a flower motif and then some texture motifs. And I just thought that it would look really, really pretty in this yarn. And I am in the designer showcase for the ZK, so it will count for bonuses. Yay! So I need to cast this on tonight because the projects have to be cast on in March. It is almost the end of March. I should be able to do at least the setup of the pattern today if I cast it on. We'll see. I don't know how much time I think I actually have. Like, it's already almost 6 p.m. and I have to teach a class until 8. Where do I think I have this time? My bedtime is not like 2 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, the other project that I have going is the Tink by Megan Williams. And it is not very far, but it works up really quick. So once I finish this sweater, once I finish my twinning projects, this is going to be my focus project because it's going to go super, super quickly. It's a tank top. This is the back. So it sits like, yeah. It's gonna be cute, trust me. This is the strap of the back, and yeah, I need to have brain space to work on things. And because this is a textured pattern, it's not a hard texture pattern. I don't have to look at instructions to do it, but I do have to look at the work to do it. I just haven't had that much brain space, so it hasn't gotten a lot of work. I'm knitting it on US size 6 needles, which is 4.0 millimeters. I'm pretty sure I went down needle sizes after I did my gauge swatch. It was way too big. The yarn that I'm using is Barocco Chai, which is a linen silk blend. And it's a beautiful green color. It's color number 8641. So yeah, that is everything I'm working on, which I haven't really been working on this month, but you know, it's fine. I'll get back to it. I have a whole week off coming up soon. So yeah, that should be, I think next week I'll have a regular episode, I think. And then, but maybe not, I don't know. And then I'm going to do a vlog for spring break. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything fun, but I will have the week to myself and my kids will be with their dad. So I'm hoping to get a lot of knitting progress done and like some house projects. And I just thought it would be fun to vlog that because I really enjoy watching vlog style videos and I enjoy recording vlog style videos. So yeah, that is my plan for that. On the reading front, I have finished this month Hamilton's Battalion, which is a trio of romances. I picked it up because Alyssa Cole had a short story, not short story, they're novellas. It's a trio of novellas. So she had a novella in the book, and the premise is that all of the characters, all the main characters somehow knew Alexander Hamilton or were somehow connected to him. And Eliza Hamilton is collecting stories from people about her husband to write memoirs or a memoir. So enjoyable. They are all three of the relationships are with one's with a Jewish couple, one is with a black man and a white man, and one is with two black women. So it's a very varied romance book. I really, really liked it. I also am reading Tristan Strong Destroys the World, I think it's called. It's the second Tristan Strong book, which are like middle grade fantasy. You've probably heard of Percy Jackson. I think everybody's heard of Percy Jackson. So they're kind of like Percy Jackson, where there's a regular kid who gets pulled into stories with mythological beings. In this case, the mythology of the African diaspora. I don't actually know how to say that word. I've only seen it and heard it a few times. I've only heard people say it a few times, and everybody says it differently. So I should probably look that up. But yeah, it's really, really good. I enjoy it a lot. I listened to the first book via audiobook, and the narrator was so good. But I picked up the second one and I'm reading it, and I do kind of miss the narrator a little bit. But I'm enjoying it. I think I'm about halfway through with that. And I would be finished with it, except I realized that I had a book that was due back at the library, and it was due back on the 27th. Today's the 29th. And on the 25th or 26th, I was like, oh, this is due back soon. I should read it. So that is the, pretty sure it's called Shadow Glass by Rin Chapeko. It's the third book in the trilogy about words. The Heart Forager is the second book. What was the first book? I don't remember. The Bone Witch. The Bone Witch is the first book. I listened to the first book via Audible, the free stories that they had for kids, and really liked it. So now I'm on the third book in the trilogy. It's really, really good. It bounces back and forth in between present and the past, but not like far distant past, like a character's recent past. So like 6 months ago and now. It starts years ago in the first book, and now it's very, very close to the same timeline. It's really, really good. I like it a lot. I think I probably have about 100 pages left in that one, so I'm hoping to finish that one within the next few days so that my library fee isn't too outrageous. I don't know if I've finished anything else that I didn't talk to you about. Maybe. If I think of it, I'll talk about it next week. But that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm working on. I'm really glad that I got to sit down with you. And I will try to have a regular episode in a week-ish in the middle of my vloggy recordings. Hopefully I'll be able to sit down with you. All right. Oh, friends, I miss you when I don't talk to you. I will see you soon. Bye.